Hi guys, Linnea here. I thought I'd do a video on some stones like I promised a long time ago. Today I picked 6 stones I wanted to talk about. I'm going to start with carnelian. I have a nice raw piece of carnelian here with a little geode in the center. I'm going to hold it up. It's a really nice specimen. I love it. It is one of my very favorite stones. It is a red carnelian. They do have pink carnelian as well, and I have one of those somewhere, but it's probably already packed. But this is a good piece and one of my favorites. So carnelian is good for grounding. I made some notes so I wouldn't forget things because I have so many stones here, but I do know a few things about carnelian. It's good for grounding. It's good for if you have a fear of death. It is good for meditation. It's great for meditation. It's a good stone to help with motivation. It's a great stone for the base chakra and for impotency, and if you're a female, it's really good for fertility issues. Let's see my note. Oh, any type of abuse, and especially the pink one is especially good if it's a parent-child relationship that you're trying to rebuild from abuse. But any type of abuse, it's good to have any carnelian. Even the red carnelian is good if you're coming from a situation of abuse. If you've got an abusive spouse, an abusive parent, an abusive any type of situation where you've been abused. If you have some carnelian with you, that's a good thing to keep with you. My camera is fluctuating. Sorry about that. I think oh, it does cleanse itself a lot like selenite. You don't need to put it with selenite. It's a self-cleansing stone. I still charge mine. Self-cleansing doesn't mean you don't want to charge it. It means that it doesn't keep the negativity that it absorbs, but it doesn't mean that you don't want to charge it in the moonlight. I still charge mine. Let me see. Oh yeah, healing wise. Great for metabolism. Like I said, good for fertility, impotency. Yes, lower back problems, arthritis, depression. Yeah. Good for all of those things. Very good for those with healing. Was a stone I made a lot of use from when I was doing crystal healing professionally, when I had my own business. So that's carnelian. Next I want to move on to Jasper. I don't know where I put my Jasper notes. Okay. Jasper is called the Supreme Nurturer. Jasper is a beautiful color of red. It comes in many colors. But my Jasper is red. I also have a really large wand of Jasper, which is what I used when I did crystal healing. My Jasper is actually good for scanning. I used it a lot for scanning the body to tell me where certain issues were. I use my drum for that too. Drumming is a really good way to scan the body and to heal the body you know, if you, well, it's kind of complicated to explain, but a drum can actually do immediate healing on the body, and then you can go into deeper healing, but it can actually do relief at the moment if you learn how to drum correctly. And maybe that's something I'll do an example of with my daughter on camera. That's not a bad idea. But anyway, Jasper, the Supreme Nurturer. Jasper is a wonderful healing stone. It does all types of healing. It balances all 7 chakras. You can use it on any of them. It is an aura cleanser. It will cleanse the aura and rebalance it and reshape it to its normal size. Let's see what I got in here. Yes, it supports you in time of stress, and when the world is just turned upside down, Jasper is a great stone to have with you. It gets you through any mild argument or severe argument you're having. If you're having, you know, troubles with your spouse or whatever, and you've got a Jasper in here, grab it up. It'll get you right through that. Or if you're having a disagreement with anyone, actually, It'll get you through that. It facilitates shamanic journeys. Shamanic journeys. It's great for hedge riding. I don't know if anyone here does that, but if you do meditation where you deal with spirits, or maybe you work with ancestors or any of that type thing, this is great for that. It's also good for divination, any type of spirit work or psychic, anything where you need psychic abilities. This is a great stone for that. It absorbs negativity and cleanses itself. I already said that. I don't know why I wrote down what I already know. It's good for the circulatory system and digestive. It's great to use for gem elixirs in those areas. Also, it's good for metabolism, and it helps you to absorb minerals and balance the minerals in your body. And that is all I have on it. Yep, knew all those things. Okay, so Jasper. Good stone. Good stone. It comes in tan. It comes in spotted colors. It's just a beautiful stone, and there's no right or wrong way to use different colors. You can actually get, I think I mentioned in a previous video, there are books by Judy Hall where she explains exactly what colors do what, but it's my personal opinion that Jasper is Jasper, and if you're using it, you're getting benefit. But there are certain attributes to each color. Next one I want to do this one where I put my notes. I want to do Apache Tear. I'm not sure. I'll look for the notes in a minute. Apache Tear is a type of obsidian. It is not as strong as standard obsidian. My camera is trying to focus, so I'm going to put it up here, and I'm hoping you can see through it. I'm going to try something real quick. It's not going to work. No, it's not going to work. Well, you can see through obsidian. It's a clear stone, and it's not clear. It's, of course, it's like a smoky quartz, and you can actually see through it. They call it Apache Tear because the Native Americans believed that it would shed tears of sorrow because it was soaking up the negativity and sorrow of its holder. And so they believed it would shed the tears for its holder instead of allowing the carrier of the stone to feel those tears. I mean, that sorrow. It's a beautiful story, and it gets more in depth, but that's the gist of it. I really wish I could help you see through it because it's absolutely beautiful stone. Let me see. I really hate that I do that. I already said all that. Comforts in times of grief. It relieves grudges, and it helps to forgive. It is also, I told all that. Okay. It helps with forgiveness. It relieves all grudges, and it's one of those stones that if you have grief, if you have tremendous grief, like a lot of people get grief when they lose someone close to them, or not just to death, but when we lose a close friend, or when we're going through a divorce or a severe separation or a breakup of any sort, be it friend or lover or any type of breakup, Apache Tear can really see you through, and I've used it in many instances like that. The loss of a good friend, or someone dear to me. I have used Apache Tear, and it really is a very strong stone for helping you deal with grief, so I recommend it highly. I not only keep a lot of Apache Tears around and use them, especially with crystal healing, but I used to hand them out to everyone that I dealt with, all of my clients, just because it's just an all-around good stone to have. And you know, we all go through moments, and it's a great stone for depression because it soaks up that sadness and that sorrow, and we all have our moments of depression and sadness. So I used to pass them out to every client I had because they're not an expensive stone. You can get one this size for about 50 cents, and this size will really do the work of a large stone, you know, that you would picture in your mind you need a large stone for. This little stone will do it. And so I highly recommend Apache Tear. The next stone I'm going to work on is Auralite. Auralite is a fairly new stone. It was discovered in 2007. It is 8 out of 23 minerals, I believe, that make up the amethyst. And it is a rare form of an amethyst. It is considered a master healing stone, or a lot of people call it the New Age stone. It's like I said, fairly new. Some of them come with a very red hue to them, some of them come with a really purple hue to them, and some of them are see-through and some of them are not. Some of them have points and some of them do not. Mine does not. Although I have seen the ones that have points and they're just gorgeous, but they're not an easy stone. Well, they're not super hard to get a hold of, but they are an expensive stone, especially as of late, because they're getting cheaper, I should say. They're getting, not cheaper, but they're getting less expensive. But they have been considered a very strong stone. They have a higher vibration than most stones. They are another stone that does not need to be cleansed, nor do they need to be charged, and they can actually charge and cleanse any stone around them. Let me see, I've made notes on them. They're hard to find information on. You pretty much have to search online. Many people believe that it was only found because it came at a time that was meant to help humanity through the next phase. It's considered the stone of change. The stone of change. Oh yes, and it is written that it brings about change regardless of the upheaval that you will experience in your life. Now, I'm trying to think, have I been through any? I have been through some pretty big changes that have caused some upheaval in the last couple of years since I've gotten this stone. So perhaps it's true, but it says that it brings about the change you need to guide you into your life, where your purpose is needed and where you need to be, regardless of the upheaval it brings to your life. So it is a stone of change that will take you to the changes needed to get you to the purpose of your life, regardless of the upheaval it brings to your life. So it doesn't matter what it causes, it doesn't care, it just gets you to where you need to be. That's the lore of the stone anyway. It has an extremely high vibration, I mentioned that. It's a cleaner. It removes blockages and negativity and all the things you do not need in your life. It can balance all 7 chakras at once. I think I said that. At once. Not that you need to place it on each chakra separately to balance them, like many stones that can balance all 7 chakras, but it balances all 7 of them at once, just having it near you. Supposedly it balances all 7 chakras at once. Now, I have not had this stone during my business time, so I have not had the opportunity to use it on a lot of clients. So I don't know how real that is personally, from personal experience, but that is what's said about it. So this is an Auralite. This is not an Auralite point. This is simply an Auralite. And it's a pretty stone. I mean, this camera is not doing it justice in any way, and not trying to focus very clearly either. I don't know what it's focusing on, my rings or my... yeah, my nails or something, but it's not focusing on the stone very well. Anyway, it's a pretty stone. Mine is very purple in hue, very dark and light in some spots, and it looks as though on the camera that it may have white in it, but it's not white, it's a lighter purple. Or a violet, maybe you might call it. It's a very nice stone. Anyway, that's auralite. And the next stone I want to talk about is kyanite. I love kyanite. And kyanite is a terrific stone. And mine has something stuck to it. There we go. Okay, my kyanite is a blue kyanite. It's a nice shard. I don't know if the camera will focus on it or not, but it's very shimmery and jagged. Very nice. Very nice piece. I love it. This is, I think I have 3 or 4 of these, but this is my large one. Well, it's not my biggest one, but it's a good large one to show on camera. And my other big one is packed. Kyanite, kyanite, kyanite. I made a big note on kyanite. I know that it's good for meditation. I know that it's great for psychic abilities and good for hedge writing, divination. If you're doing any type of psychic work whatsoever, trying to work with your spirit guides, trying to work with your ancestors, trying to contact anyone on the other side, any type of spirit work, this is a great stone. I have a smaller piece that I use with divination. I keep in my divination box with my crystals and such. It's really good for that. Trying to figure out where I put that note. Oh, here it is. It cleanses itself as well. I don't think it charges itself, but it does cleanse itself. For healing, it's good for stress, muscle disorders, the thyroid disorders, which I use it for as well because I do have thyroid disorders. It's good for pain relief, blood pressure, and infections. And back in the day, this was used for blood infections, so they'd actually bleed a person and put this on where the blood was coming out and expect that it would clean the blood, and I'm assuming that it did because it's very good for infections. And that's all I have on it. I know that it's really good for the third eye. That's where I always used it for crystal healing, was on the third eye. So it's good stone for that. And so the next stone and last stone I have is one of my very favorites, and that's Tourmaline. And I have a special one I'm going to show you, but this one is just a black. I'm wearing black. So this one is just a black tourmaline. And it's very ridged. It's got lots of ridges. I have a few of these. I have smaller ones and a larger, get out of the black, and a larger one. I love tourmaline. It's an extremely strong stone in my opinion, and it does so many things. It's great for grounding. It's a great healing stone. I'm going to read you everything I have on it because I have like 3 notes on this one. Well, what I know about it is it has higher vibration, it grounds, it can also balance all 7 chakras, not at once, but all 7 chakras. It's good for that. It's a shamanic stone. I'm reading the stuff I don't know by heart. It's a shamanic stone that brings protection during ritual and can be used for scrying. That I did know. You can use it for scrying, especially if you get one of these. Oh, this one's not it. I have one that has a mirrored looking end, and it would just be perfect for scrying. Well, this one has kind of a mirrored side there. I don't know if the light will pick it up. Let's see, it cleanses the dense energy and turns it into a higher vibration. that I knew. It removes blockages. Oh, and a piece just broke off. Goodness. Let's just move that over there. We can use that in some workings. It cleanses, it removes blockages. It cleanses auras. It disperses negative energy. It gives you solutions to issues that you're going through. And black is great to have with you for spell work. That I knew. If you're doing spell work, you can have a black tourmaline near you, and it helps empower the spell work. It helps empower your intention, and it's just a good strong stone to have with you when you're doing spell work. Now I have a surprise for you. Not too many people get to see these very often. This stone is just crumbling on the bottom. I need to check that, why it's doing that. I don't know if I've cracked it or what I've done. That's all right. These little pieces are good to use in workings, in oils, and so on. So they're worth saving. Anyway, so a lot of people don't get to see these because they are hard to find, but I actually was gifted this one by someone, so I have one, and I'm so pleased to have it. And if you have one, please share it, because mine is tiny, tiny, tiny. But this is a purple tourmaline, and I'm praying to God this camera focuses, because it's just, I'm still learning how to move things in front of the camera. It's just such a beautiful little stone, and you can see the ridges. If the camera would focus, you could see them a lot better. But you can see the ridges in it, just like the black one. But it's small. And it's got little white marks on it. But this is a purple tourmaline. And I'll show you, the end looks much like a regular tourmaline. The ends do. Almost like they're just broken. Which is what all of my regular tourmalines look like they're just broken. But so I have a purple. And so I want to tell you a little bit about the purple, because it has, I mean, it's the same, but it does have its own attributes. So it heals the heart, and it connects the base chakra and the heart chakra. It stimulates creativity and intuition. It unblocks the third eye, and it stimulates the pineal gland. It strips away illusions, and it's great for past life healing, depression, Alzheimer's, epilepsy, and chronic fatigue syndrome. They're all good stones, but that's specifically the purple. And I don't know if you can see how purple that is. I just don't know if you can tell. But it's a very purple stone. And I'm just so pleased to have it. Someone told me they didn't know what kind of stone it was and asked me if I wanted it. And then I said, yes, I definitely want it. And at the time, I didn't know what kind of stone it was. But it is a purple tourmaline. And it didn't take me long to figure that out. But there it is. Purple tourmaline. So that is my video for stones today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I plan on covering more. I was going to go in alphabetical order, and then I realized a lot of my stones aren't available to me right now because I've been packing stones slowly, so I don't have as many available to me as I normally would, so I won't be able to go in alphabetical order. So of course, once we get moved and I get everything unpacked, I'll have a bunch more. I've got little hairs hanging in my face. I'll have a lot more to go through with you, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to continue. I do have still quite a few stones unpacked that we can go through together. I do have a couple of more Apache Tears I'm going to show you, just because I want you to see them before I get them packed. And I have quite a few stones that I still want to share with you, so I don't want you to think we're not coming back with these before I get them packed, because we are. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you remember you're all divine, sacred beings of light and love, and I hope you have a tremendously great evening and sleep very well. Goodbye.